broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey, it's Madison Chase, and welcome to AfterBuzzTV.com Spotlight on Interview. And I have with me, I don't know if you can see her, I think you can. You can see her, so I can't even do my dramatic introduction of what I wanted to do. But she is none other than LisaRaye McCoy. And make sure you do not call her Lisa, because it is Lisa Raye, and that's in honor of your dad.
That's going to follow me, isn't it?
I know,
you know?
but you know what? That's a good thing, because people need to know your name. It's like
I totally let them know. You know
I know you do. All the time. I love her. So who is Lisa Raye? She is an actress, a model. She's an author, a mother, a designer, a mogul. I have so many titles for you. Now you're a life coach with Life Rocks, which I think is so fitting for your personality, which we're going to really talk about. And to add to that title, she's also a director, you guys. So we're going to talk about all of that as fast as we can, because I know she's got to go somewhere. And so,
well, I'm here because of you. First of all, when you called, I was like, okay, absolutely. I didn't even know what the show was going to be, but when I heard your name, I was like, absolutely, I'm going to be there. So.
And I have to say, too, as far as being a celebrity trainer, this woman sitting next to me is how I got started. Yes. So as far as people pouring into your life, Lisa Raye has been incredible.
You gave me my first guns, you know. I need you
those
now.
Those are the bicep guns, not the real guns. So let's talk about how you got started. I know you got started in modeling. You did some pageants, and now you're into life coaching, which I think is such a great evolution of this beautiful woman that you are on the outside. Now we see your inside. So
and I think that was my I don't want to say fault, but in the beginning, that's what I saw. I'm known for Directorial debut of Ice Cube's Players Club. And from that, you know, I rode the crest of the roller coaster wave of just being diamond, you know. And then I graduated on the CW of Will and Jada Pinkett Smith's sitcom called All of Us, and then Single Ladies and several other things in between. And then I left to become First Lady of Turks and Caicos Islands. And so coming back off a horrendous, embarrassing divorce, then I went into Lisa Raye, The Real McCoy reality TV show, and then I had Single Ladies. And so with all of that life under me, it was like, how did I get here, and how do I get out of here? You know, it was like my fairy tale turned nightmare. And it's not until you are pushed up against the wall, until you really come out fighting. And, you know, I don't want to say fighting like with your hands up, but fighting on your knees, really, you know. And so for me, it was like, where do I start? And I needed to start within to release the anger, to release the guilt, to release me pointing the finger, to be a reflection of, what did you do? Right. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's good, LR. Because I think a lot of people find themselves in that situation, especially being in this business. Like the entertainment business is a very rough business. So I think lots of women and men come here thinking, I look good on the outside and I could do so many things. And then they have these expectations. And then when you get here, there's a reality check and you're often pushed to the wall.
Yeah, and then you have a tough skin. You know, you have tough skin, but then you can't have too tough of a skin because then you don't want to believe in the hype or your own hype. So you have to have someone around you that's going to pull your coattail, which is my mother, and have people around you that's going to say, hey, girl, let me be able to help you. Let me, you know, tap you on your shoulder and say, here's the mirror. So you can go, oh, that's me. Oh, okay. Let me switch it up and change a little bit. And that's what the whole metamorphosis is about now. You know what I mean? Just changing. I mean, who really wants to do the same thing they've done the last 10 years or 5 years, you know, like see my growth, see my maturity, see where I'm going and where I'm heading now. It's a new person underneath of who I am now, you know, and what has shaped and molded me are the things that I've been through. And I want to share those stories.
Yeah. And that's great that you want to share, because I think oftentimes when you look at celebrities, people tend to put them up on this pedestal and they just see the outer image, but really being vulnerable and telling your story and what happens in between all of those things on your IMDb page is the stuff that people really want to know.
And then you find strength in numbers. When you know that you've been through the same thing and that she's been through the same thing, it's like, you too?
Yeah.
Me too. You know, and it's like, what did you do? And what did you do? And you do. And then there's a little bit of everybody that you take and you mold it and you say, I can take a little bit of that, because if she did it and she was able to come out of it, so can I. And then you can, and you start feeling stronger and better about yourself because it starts within. Now you need encouragement, you need motivation, and that's where Life Rocks come in. It's a vision board workshop that I do, and it's been something that I've been doing for a very long time. And I started having those little parties with my girlfriends and just motivating them and giving advice. And then everybody was like, you love to talk and you love to tell somebody about their life, you know. And I was like, I'm right though, right? I'm right, you know. And then we started doing vision board parties, and one of my friends said, you should take this on the road. And I was like,
that's a good friend.
What, you're right. And it's fun. It's easy, yet a powerful tool to use in your life, because it's like a things to do list or your New Year's resolutions. But I don't believe in just waiting to the end of the year before you can recommit.
I agree.
Recommit tomorrow.
Yes.
A minute from now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you want it bad enough, you get up off your butt and get it. You will.
Absolutely.
Discipline and focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to delve more into like the in-between, the things that happen between, you know, getting single ladies. And let's start from the beginning. Let's start from TV One. Like when you talk about when you talk about reality television, it's gone in waves. You know, we saw the first kind of reality show was, I think it was
Bravo Channel had the first reality show in the It Factor, and I was a part of that.
Okay, see, I didn't know that. I remember you mentioned that. But then you went on to TV One, and that's kind of like the first onset of reality television, starting celebrities like yourself. And talk about that journey and how that came about, and then what happened when you decided to say, you know what, this is not what I had in mind when I started.
Yeah, it was after I came back from the divorce, and there were so many questions of what happened, what was going on over there, tell us, tell us, tell us. And, you know, there were some reality shows that was out. And like you said, not celebrity driven. And I said, you know, if you want to know the story, you need to hear the story from the horse's mouth. And I'm that horse. So I sold my story. And, you know, sometime for TV land out there, you don't know, you have to be greenlit for a pilot, you know, for a show.
Right.
They sat down with me, and about 20 minutes in, they said, we making this show.
Right. 20
and
minutes.
So it's like, okay, you know, and so we went on and had a successful first season. It was the highest rated show in TV One's history. And then we had a second season that was also successful, and then the third season came. And by that wave, the reality show Crave was even bigger than what it was then. And they wanted to add some people to the show, and I said, why? It's called Lisa Raye, the real McCoy.
Lisa Raye.
I don't know who else needs to be in it, you know, but my family, you know, it's about me. And they said, well, you know, we want to spice it up a little bit. And I said, oh, yeah, I understand the business side of show business, which you got to know the business side of show business. But because they wanted to be in competition with everything else that was going on, I understood where they were trying to go. I just wasn't trying to go there. So we shook on it, and we just parted ways. Yeah, and then I still had Single Ladies, and I was doing reality and series at the same time. And I just went to Single Ladies and was filming in Atlanta and having a great time, and still, you know, reinventing myself.
Yeah. And you reinvented yourself. Let's talk about your other project that I think is such a timely project when we're talking about dealing with how you feel about yourself. And skin color is such a huge thing, and not just for African Americans. Like, it's in most cultures, like the Latin culture, even Indians. Like, they have this thing, if it's not skin color, then it's money.
Or hair.
Or hair.
We're just never really satisfied with what we have. And maybe it's because we don't really have never learned how to work it.
Yeah.
You know, it might be that, or maybe you never heard anyone say how beautiful it is.
Right. Right.
for you to embrace it.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right. You
absolutely.
know? But yes, it's my directorial debut, I think you were talking about, right?
Yes, skin. So I know it's in some film festivals.
I was accepted in the Pan-African Film Festival a couple of weeks ago.
I wanted to see it.
And I screened 3 times. And
Yes.
it was great, sold out. And it gave me that chest pump that you need to make you say, yes, I think I found something else.
Yes.
My God, I think I can do it, you know. And I really sat in that chair every day. And I'm going to tell you this. First of all, I really enjoyed coming to set and not having to sit in the hair and makeup chair 2 hours before we really got started.
Right.
I really like the difference of that, you know?
Yeah.
And just being behind the scenes and being more creative and with the angles and being able to tell a story and not just as an actress as breathing life into words,
Yes.
but being the boss.
Yeah, and
I like it.
I totally when I read that, I was like, I could so see you doing that because you are that person.
Yeah.
Like you have so many different faces. Like you're beautiful,
Thank
but you're
you.
still like the girl next door, and you're still the boss, and you're still
That's
the
so
mogul.
true.
You know. So it made sense. I was like, I could so see you being incredible at being a director.
And it's time to grow. It's time to move on. It's time to pass the torch. And I am so ready to do so. I'm ready to brand myself in yet a different way. I'm ready to make money when I'm sleeping. I am ready to work smarter and not so harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm ready to
totally
do those
agree.
things. And I'm getting my feet wet on a whole lot of grassroots level things. And I'm trying to, you know, see if it's this, if it's that. Because let's think about it. Grass don't grow under your feet. You know what I mean? So life does rock.
It does rock.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about your other. So you have a hairline.
I do.
A flat iron line, which I think
I
is
do.
great. Your hairline is great. And I love that you're combining the two. You're combining the two, LR, because lots of people either, like there's this whole, and again, we're talking about competition, light skin, dark skin, natural hair, straight hair, weaves, wigs, like people are kind of in this phase, but you give them the opportunity to do both.
Yes.
If you want to work with your natural hair, tell us about your flat iron, the red diamond flat iron, which I love that they put diamond in
I know,
there.
right?
I'm like, that's so
I'm
perfect
not
for
going
you.
to ever get rid of that name. That name is going to
shouldn't.
follow me forever.
Yeah.
I'm forever Diamond, and that's okay. But the company is Red Pro.
Red Pro.
And they are a company, Kiss Cosmetics.
Oh, wow.
And I was at the hair show, the Bonner Brothers hair show that they have every year, twice a year in Atlanta. And he said something about, you know, I had a crowd following me. He says, you know, who is that? Who is that? You know? And so I went over there being the, you know, the personality I am. Hey,
Right.
how can we work together? What can we do?
Right.
What do you have that I need? How do I help you help me help us? You know,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And I saw their products and he talked about a flat iron. And I said, absolutely, let's do it. You know, something that I can use because as an actress, you know, I'm used to getting my hair done all the time. So I said, I want to make a product that I can use that's not going to burn my hair, that's a new technology that I can design, and they allowed me to do so. And of course, the flat iron is white. The plates are blue. They're ceramic, and they're great. I mean, the packaging of it is so
It's sexy.
professional
Yeah.
and so it's great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you really feel like you're getting a gift, you know? And I
Yes.
have I have a instructional DVD in there to show you how to use the flat iron, because a lot of people think just because it's a flat iron, it just flattens your hair, but you can actually curl with a flat iron too. Then I have a heat resistant pouch that you can put it in. I have a comb and I have clips. So it's a travel pouch that you can just have a one-stop shop right there, you know?
Yes.
And I thought about that and I said, well, I need hair to go with that then, you know what I mean? You don't want flat irons, you can do hair, you know?
Yes.
And so I think because we're chameleons as women, you know, we camouflage very well,
Yes, we
even when
do.
we gain weight and lose weight and whatever, you know, ponytail, wigs, pieces, weaves, whatever that is. We
Clip-ins.
like, yeah, all of that, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because we just want to look different. It's not that we don't have hair,
Right.
or that we don't believe in healthy hair
Right.
and natural hair. It's just that we want to just be different. You know,
Yes.
so that's what I like to do. I'm gonna take this off when I finish with you, and hang her back up.
I love it. Hang her back up. So I know. Let's talk more about Life Rocks.
Okay.
I think that's such an ingenious idea to take your brand and who you are and your story, because lots of people have stories, and I think to be able to identify with you, because they see this beautiful woman and they don't think there's anything that they can identify with.
Yeah.
And you're giving them the opportunity to not only identify with you, but to also be motivated by you.
And to share, you know,
Yeah.
because again, when you share, when you come together, I want you to hear my story just as well as I want to hear your story.
Yeah.
There's compassion in that.
Yeah.
That's building the bridge together. You know what I mean? And we always say that, call me, girl, call me.
Right.
And then we say the same thing the next time we see each other.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, when are we going to stop that? When are we really going to be able to help embrace each other?
Yeah.
And so when I started my vision board, I would find them 1 or 2 years later and look at it and go, oh my goodness, that really came true.
Right.
I did that. Or I'm no longer interested in that anymore. See how I've grown. And it allows you, and just for the people out there that don't know, but a vision board is a collage of pictures that you post up on a poster that you say you want, whether that's your new house, your beach house, the dog you want, the car you want to drive, the career you want, the money you want to make, whatever that is, it is what you say I want, and it is a reminder of the things that you focus on every day, that you put it somewhere where you can see and you say, what am I doing every day to achieve the things that I said that I want?
Yeah.
And so it's, I do a 4-hour seminar with that, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's under LisaRaye.com, so everybody go there to register. We have a brunch, we have a guest speaker, we have picture, photo ops, and we share and we meditate. And it's not just a religious or spiritual thing. I think everything is spiritual, everything is connected, you know what I mean? But when I say it's not spiritual, people get kind of like, she got baptized. Oh, she going to church now. Diamond's going to church. And it's like, amen. Absolutely. You know what I mean? And so I just want to encourage people that it's like a party. I'm taking people back to their arts and craft days back in grammar school and elementary school of playing with scissors and cutting and pasting glitter and stuff, you know?
Yes, yes. And I see you're doing that, not just like it feels transferable, because you had a really beautiful moment with Stacey Francis, and you don't see that very often.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened, but I saw you encouraging her, and that was so beautiful. So what's next for LisaRaye McCoy? And I'm excited about
I have a lot in me that people don't know, because you were right. I sold this first, you know? And now
and that got you in the door.
And it did.
Yeah.
And now there's so much more to me that I even realized that I can share, that now I'm selling this because we need it.
Yeah.
When I look at TV, when I listen to the music, when I hear, it's almost like, no, where's our generation going? Who is our next civil rights leader? Who is that? And so I really want to be able to take a stand and be able to help. And it helps me too. It's my give back. It is my sharing, my ministry, my tool or whatever. But at the same time, I want to be able to encourage you, because something that you may say may encourage me too. What's wrong with that? Not nothing. So I want to give more of that. I want people to be able to feel a spirit in me that makes them say, oh, like Stacey and I had outside.
Yeah, and I saw that, because it's not just the vision board. Like, that has become who you are.
It is.
And that's such a beautiful gift to give other people when you're not consumed with
yourself.
With yourself.
And I have that, like, now. I just got a call this morning from my publisher, and she said, girl, your story is awesome.
Yeah. So you're writing a book.
I'm writing a book.
Okay, I was going to say, you totally need a book. And I love, even when we traveled, you probably didn't know this, that I noticed you're that person that people connect with instantly. And that's you. Like, that's not something you put on. And that's an incredible thing, because a lot of people don't have it. And that it thing that you were talking about is that being able to connect with people.
Thank you for that, because when I hear people say that about me, and it becomes clear to me that I have something, and I'm walking in divine purpose, and it feels awesome and amazing, and it makes me feel empowered as a woman. I feel so good from the person that I am now. It makes me feel like, this is me. And I don't have any, even the insecurities, it's like, let's talk.
Right.
Don't let nobody come between this. You know what I mean? Be a woman about it. Be a man about it. Let's talk. Let's communicate.
I feel like you need to be the Life Rocks coach on a lot of shows, a lot of reality shows. That's what. Yeah.
That's so funny.
No.
I've been wanting to do that, because really, when you could be an example to the video vixens now, when they see me at the club, they're like, oh my God, I love you. And it's like, really? We love you. You were the first to do this and the first. And I was like, you're right.
Yeah.
So I think we need to be an example, use our platform for another reason than to just act crazy, ratchet, and silly.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And like competitive with each other. Like the only person you should be.
Empower each other.
Exactly.
Let's build together. Let's build a fortune together.
Absolutely. So I'm excited. And I'm going to pitch Life Rocks on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay.
I think on a lot of shows, like, they need that kind of empowerment and really
because if
lifting
we
each other
show
up.
that,
Yes.
if we take it upon ourselves to say, okay, we know what you want us to do, but
Right.
this is what we're going to do.
Right.
It empowers us even more.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
don't make them make us something that we're not.
Yeah.
Or don't make them make us tap dance
Yes.
for the dollar.
Right.
No.
Right.
Hold out.
Right.
You
And,
know?
and even if you feel like you have to tap dance, you could do something else too.
And
in
show it in a
addition
different
to-
way. You're a
Totally.
mother, you're a businesswoman,
Yeah.
you're a mogul, you're your wife, you have so many things up under you. And so if babies are still having babies, then who is going to raise the babies?
Yeah,
Grandmothers
absolutely.
are 30 years old now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if they haven't lived enough life, then they don't know. So when
don't
you know
have
better,
any-
you do better. And I'm
Absolutely.
trying to know better. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get recharged by someone. If I'm
Yes.
giving you out all this energy, where can I be? Where can I go? Who is going to talk to me? Who is my therapist, my spiritual advisor, my teacher, my motivator? Who is that can help
Right.
me and
Right.
tap me on the shoulder?
Yes. Lisa Raye is that person that
Hey.
can tap you on the shoulder. So if you want to know more about Lisa Raye, so let's talk about where they could find you on your Twitter
I'm all
and
over
your
the place on
Facebook
social
page.
media,
Okay.
girl. On The Real L Ray 1, the number 1.
Okay.
The Real L
L.
Ray 1.
And that's on Facebook or
That's on
Twitter?
Face. That's
Face-
on Twitter and Instagram on the Insta Famous page. You know,
Hey, people are famous.
and
but
then
you're-
I keep it old school still.
Facebook.
You know, .com.
you have 3.2 million followers on Facebook.
No, I have
Right. It's
about
like
three- yes.
3,198,000. I
Okay,
rounded
girl,
up.
tell me,
Yes, I
honey.
rounded up. Yes.
And then old school is www.LisaRaye.com.
and that's
All day long.
RAYE.
Yes, it is.
Yes. So thank you so much
You're
for
very
joining me.
welcome.
AfterBuzz TV. This is Spotlight On with Lisa Raye, the real McCoy that's now doing Life Rocks. I'm your girl, Madison Chase Fitness. You're a trainer to the stars and the star in you. And you could find me at Madison Chase Fit on Twitter.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.